Stop scrolling. What I'm about to show you will change how you think about building wealth in America. While everyone's fighting over the same corporate jobs that barely cover rent, there's a hidden industry where regular people are making six figures living in paradise locations most people only see in vacation photos. I'm talking about government contracting, and before you think this is some boring desk job, let me show you what's actually happening right now. There are people no different than you making $90,000 to $120,000 a year working in places like Japan and facilities in the Caribbean. Not trust fund kids, not people with fancy degrees. Regular Americans who discovered this system that operates completely outside the traditional job market. Here's what nobody tells you. The United States government spends over $400 billion every year on government contract employees, or as they're called in the industry, contractors. That's more than the entire GDP of most countries, and they're desperate for people. So desperate that they're offering packages that include housing, flights home, and benefits that make corporate jobs look like a joke. If you want the insider playbook, the stuff that never makes it onto YouTube recruiter email templates, and the exact companies building these hidden lists, I put together a free guide for subscribers only. Check the link in the description. Join my email list and grab it before these openings disappear. But here's where it gets interesting. While your college friends are applying to hundreds of jobs and getting rejected, contractors are getting recruited. Companies are literally hunting for them on LinkedIn, offering relocation packages and benefits that sound too good to be true. If you want to see the exact companies that are hiring right now and the specific steps to get your foot in the door, smash that subscribe button because I'm about to break down the entire system. Let me give you some real numbers that'll open your eyes. Cybersecurity contractors working for Raytheon overseas can make $80,000 to $110,000 a year. Their housing is completely paid for. Their flights home are covered. They work normal hours and spend weekends exploring places most people pay thousands just to visit for a week. Compare that to cybersecurity analysts at regular companies who make $70,000 a year, live in expensive cities where half their salary goes to rent, and work 60-hour weeks with 2 weeks of vacation. The math doesn't even make sense until you understand what's really happening. The government can't hire people directly for most of these positions because of bureaucracy, regulations, and political nonsense. So they contract everything out to private companies. These companies get massive budgets and need to fill positions fast. They don't have time for the usual corporate hiring games. Here's a perfect example. Facebook software engineers spend months going through interviews, coding challenges, and technical rounds. If they're lucky enough to get hired, they make $130,000 and live in San Francisco, where a studio apartment costs $4,000 a month. Meanwhile, software developers working in government contracting overseas can make up to $90,000 with housing completely covered and tax advantages that let them keep more money than their Silicon Valley counterparts. In other words, though their salary appears smaller, they are often getting allowances that are massive and tax-free. Plus, they live in areas much cheaper than San Francisco. And on top of that, they don't pay for things like housing, transportation, and oftentimes even their food is paid for. They can often double or triple the amount they save over someone in the US, who is on paper making more than them. But here's the part that'll make you angry. This information is deliberately kept quiet. These companies don't post on regular job boards because they'd get flooded with applications. They recruit through specialized networks, industry connections, and word of mouth. That's why I created this channel for those of us tired of working tirelessly in a system that doesn't appreciate us, and to expose these opportunities that most people will never discover. If you're tired of being lied to about what's possible and you want access to the real opportunities that can change your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because what I'm sharing next week will show you exactly how to break into this world even if you have zero connections. Let me show you another angle that'll blow your mind. Investment bankers at Goldman Sachs work 100-hour weeks, deal with toxic corporate culture, and make $150,000 their first year. After 5 years, if they survive the burnout, they might make $300,000. Logistics coordinators working for KBR and Paradise locations are living their best life, working standard 40-hour weeks with full housing and meal allowances covered. They're building wealth while their biggest stress is deciding which pristine beach to visit on the weekend. The lifestyle difference is insane. While investment bankers are having mental breakdowns and ruining their health, contractors are building wealth while actually enjoying their lives. Here's what's happening right now that most people don't know about. The government just approved massive infrastructure spending. New military bases are being built. Embassy security is being upgraded worldwide. This means thousands of new contractor positions are opening up. But here's the catch. These positions get filled through insider networks before they ever hit public job boards. The companies have preferred candidate lists. They recruit from specific schools, previous contractors, and industry referrals. Unless you know how to get on these lists, you'll never even see these opportunities. That's exactly what I cover on this channel: the specific companies to target, the exact people to contact, and the insider strategies that get you noticed. If you want to be part of this exclusive group that gets access to opportunities before anyone else, subscribe right now. Because I'm about to reveal the 3 companies that are hiring the most contractors this year and the specific entry points that can get you started. Let me give you one more example that'll make you question everything. Harvard MBA graduates spend 2 years and $200,000 getting their degree. Then they compete for consulting jobs that pay $160,000 and require constant travel to boring corporate offices. Project managers working for Booz Allen Hamilton overseas can make $80,000 to $100,000 with no MBA required. They're managing multi-million-dollar projects while living in some of the most beautiful places on earth. The education system keeps most of us in debt and desperate. The corporate ladder is a lie designed to keep you competing for scraps. But government contracting is a parallel economy where the rules are completely different. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Age doesn't matter. Your college doesn't matter. Your previous experience barely matters for entry-level positions. What matters is being in the right place at the right time with the right information. And that's exactly what this channel provides. Every week, I break down new opportunities, expose companies that are hiring, and share strategies that can fast-track your career in ways that traditional advice never could. But here's the thing. This information is time-sensitive. These opportunities don't last forever. The companies I'm going to reveal next week are hiring right now. By next month, those positions might be filled. That's why you need to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because when I drop that video next week showing you the exact application process for these positions, you want to be the first to see it. The people who are already living this lifestyle didn't wait. They didn't make excuses. They saw the opportunity and took action immediately. The question is, are you going to be one of them, or are you going to keep following the same advice that keeps everyone else broke and miserable? If you're ready to stop settling for average and start living the life you actually want, subscribe right now. Comment "I'm ready" below so I know you're serious about changing your life. Because while everyone else is fighting over the same tired opportunities, there's a whole world of possibilities waiting for people smart enough to look beyond what everyone else is doing. And if you want these opportunities delivered straight to you before the videos even drop, join my email newsletter below. That's where I share the roles and companies I can't always put publicly on YouTube, plus step-by-step strategies to move from zero experience to your first overseas contract. Don't let another year go by wondering what could have been. The contractors living in Okinawa and working in paradise locations made a decision. Now it's time for you to make yours. Subscribe, hit the bell, and get ready to discover opportunities that most people don't even know exist. Your future self will thank you.